Radley is a village of rich history, where two schools, Radley Primary School and Radley College, educate children across the whole age range. The dedicated staff at Radley Primary School lay the foundations for lifelong learning. And being close neighbours, literally just across the road, Radley College can support their work by offering resources and expertise to help further enrich the curriculum. By working together, we believe that we can create meaningful benefits for all our students. Teachers from both schools have collaborated to design programmes with a curriculum focus to engage students, widen opportunity and ensure that every child reaches their full potential. Radley College students mentor, support and inspire the younger ones, sharing knowledge and fostering a love for learning, and along the way developing their own skills.
I've learned a lot and I've really enjoyed it because it's been like sometimes when I haven't understood it, I've been able to like someone's been able to explain it to me like more thoroughly because it's not the teacher rushing in front of the whole class as we have to do sometimes, because like we have a while when it's like one-to-one, so we get to like I really understood some things which I didn't understand before.
I've learned a lot about teaching. I've never taught anyone before anything. So I suppose I've gained a perspective of what it's like to teach someone something, but it's sort of reinforced my understanding of my maths, because by explaining something to someone, you understand it better yourself.
I've learned when you times a number by another number, you don't just do it in your brain, you actually work it out on paper, because I made loads of mistakes when I did it in my brain.
Before I didn't really understand algebra, and now I can do not just the basics but lots of really cool stuff that's really gonna help me, and like linear graphs and how to not just do simple algebra the way you would normally do it but actually go a bit further. Also, it's been really fun learning with you.
So as part of our Radley College partnership, we have a scheme running which involves the boys coming and supporting the younger children with their phonic knowledge and their early reading skills, which is really important in terms of children being able to access the curriculum at all levels.
So what do you learn from me?
How to write.
How to write, okay. How to do
How
writing.
to spell things. How to do neat writing.
Neat writing.
We go through our literacy book and then he tells me like how do you spell window and stuff, and normally I get them wrong and now I've got them right.
They come and support the children in their artistic development with particular skills and using different media, and the children within those sessions, there's just a huge buzz in the room.
The Radley College boys came in on Wednesdays and they helped us with our art. It was really fun because at one point we were doing like weaving, and one time we were using different materials and it was really fun experimenting with all the different textures.
There's some students from Radley College that said that they were interested more in that outdoor sports related activities, so we directed those children to go and help our sports leader in running some of the curriculum that we have to do with that, and the feedback from that has been incredibly supportive. They are really proactive, they are demonstrating some amazing skills and reflecting our values that we have at school, which is really good for the children to see that older role model demonstrating some of the aspects and the ethos that we want to kind of show and develop in our children. Being able to kind of create the relationships that I've seen where when a boy walks in through the door ready to pick up their child for phonics, that the Radley primary child jumping out of their seat with a huge smile on their face and wanting to just run over and get started, to the point that as they leave and they say goodbye to their child and bring them back to class, the Radley boys are doing little handshakes with them, and calling them little nicknames and things like that, which they really appreciate and they like, and just shows how dedicated the boys are to building the relationships, which is something we talked about being important to us.
In the Caterpillar game, communication is very key, and we've been helping them out with being able to recognise and be able to communicate with each other when to move and go to the front. I've also worked in the classroom as well, but being outside is definitely, I'd say, a lot more of a challenge, and definitely to see them having fun and enjoying getting active. I think that's very nice to see. Do you agree?
The Radley boys who have come down to us, I've really noticed a big difference. A few of them were quite unsure and a bit nervous and uncertain about how to navigate life in a primary school, the expectations around behaviour, how much they kind of have a role and responsibility in terms of what they say to the children to support them in showing their best and getting their best potential out. And they've been so receptive to some of the feedback that's been given and supporting documents and things that I've created to make sure that they do feel empowered to be able to kind of take that responsibility really seriously. And I've seen a development in their resilience, in the way they hold themselves, and just in the way they interact with other adults in the school.
What have you learned from us?
I've learned very good patient skills while I'm waiting for you to answer the question I give you or the game we're playing. I've learned how to lead you guys through the phonics, and I've also learned teaching in different styles through games, through writing, through the cards.
I see the impact of the partnership in kind of two ways. We have got some really tangible academic data that we can talk about in terms of the children's progress and attainment in music and art, and especially with the phonics, where we have seen those children show either good or better than good accelerated progress in their ability to read and recognise early sounds. But almost more importantly for me has been the impact that I've seen in the children's attitudes to learning and attitudes to getting that additional support.
What have you guys learned from me?
That we can always play games. Yeah, and we learn our words.